Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for nobody's favorite segment, and it is called the Sicko Segment. So, oh man, Gail Kim started triggering some, okay? And GCW posted, like, peace out to her. So, and JJ, I'm so glad you're here because you're going to be able to explain this to myself and the audience likely better than I could. But GCW Dream On Fan Slam. Surprise, my one and only appearance this year, and I'll be in East Rutherford, New Jersey. They have some great, they do some great conventions in Jersey. Fan Slam convention this Saturday, November, just across the board, November 22nd from 12 to 2. And then GCW quote tweets this and goes, "Stay at the convention, please." And this is like the start of a little bitchy beef. And Gail Kim, and at first I was like, are they working? But it's the company.
Oh, yeah.
And she goes, I love when people tell me what to do. And recently, we already covered this on the show, but Gail Kim made some comments about deathmatch wrestling, which then got turned into, she made comments about Rio, which then got turned into a bunch of, and she was arguing with sickos for 2 days. But she says, I love when people tell me what to do. No worries. I have quality standards anyway. I enjoy real wrestling with actual storytelling and meaning, not wrestling where you try to kill yourself to get over. JJ, explain to everybody how the GCW booked her for this convention. Explain to us why GCW, the Fed, would hate on her being booked on a GCW. It's sort of like a WWE ID thing. It's like a label, but other people booked it type, right? So this is a shoot.
Yeah, they shot themselves into a work. Basically, they wanted to capitalize on the stuff that happened a couple of months ago when Gail talked about, death matches and Riho and all that stuff. And they wanted to capitalize on that, and more so than anything, Jelly Nutella wanted to capitalize on it.
Jelly Nutella, bro, he dropped the cornet line on us.
Yeah, his actual name. I tend to not want to remember it because I don't like him.
Damn, dude, that's save it for a PWT pod, dude. You can release your trauma on me.
Yeah, but basically, the long and the short is, the GCW use, like, anytime you see the GCW name attached to a convention or attached to like the blood sport stuff, that's basically they are using GCW's insurance, and so they GCW gets to put their name on it. So they were doing the convention, and then they were like, well, Jelly there, basically anytime you ever see him working with a legend, it's because he paid for them. So he paid for Gail Kim to be there, and so of course he gets to get the taste slapped out of his mouth by Gail Kim, so he can mark out for himself in the ring. That's how that all happened.
And so, do you think they're working an angle here? Like, why is GCW like stay at the convention and then look at this? We have more. Look at this.
Because she got in the ring and she slapped the f- out of Jelly.
So look at this. Brett Lauderdale says, surprise is right. Thanks a lot to whichever vendor is bringing her.
Yeah, because that's just them saying. Because what happens is anytime there's a convention and you see the people sitting there doing the autograph signings, it's usually not the promoter that is paid to bring in the name. It's a vendor who is renting the space and paying the name. And basically, like, the vendor gets something off the back end where they're like, she's here signing autographs for 2 hours, and in the meantime, she's going to sign a bunch of stuff for us that we can sell later to recoup what we paid to bring her in. So anytime you see a vendor guest at any type of convention, not just wrestling, but like horror conventions, how you'll see it'll say vendor guest instead of featured guest, it's because someone else is paying to bring that person in. So he's saying thanks to whatever vendor, just to cover the thing. The vendor is Jelly. Jelly's the one that paid for her to come in.
And so she's working an angle with Jelly. I'm going to call him Joey Janela.
Yeah,
He's
it's
working
Janela.
an angle with Joey Janela. You can call him whatever you want.
It's not even an angle. It's a one-show spot. She's not going to do anything more than that.
Okay, right. But listen, though. So on Twitter, though, they're talking, and we're going to get into it. They're talking back and forth. So her and Joey are working, but, like, is Lauderdale and whatever Mark runs the GCW Twitter in on the work? Or are they
Lauderdale is the Mark that runs the GCW Twitter.
Who Lauderdale is.
Lauderdale is the Mark. Yes.
So they're all in on this, and this is like a big work and her barbing back and forth. This isn't really like the beef she had when she was talking shit about the deathmatch stuff earlier.
No,
that's continuing through this. This is like they're working
it's
through and through, and they're just
literally
trying to
them
draw
doing
money.
what AEW. It's literally them doing what AEW should have done: is reach out to her and try to make some money off this.
Yeah. Okay. So Gail Kim, she continues. She says, "Thanks, Brett. I always knew you were a top-notch professional promoter." So to me, it's like it seems like they're working, but is this like? Here's the problem too: is that you see her engage with and real sickos. And I tweeted this out. Well, this is like 10 days ago. Sickos squabbling over Gail Kim again because they were mad at her for something else, but I didn't bookmark it. But speaking of Joey Janela. He says, it will be nice to finally meet you. Too bad my girlfriend Megan Bain won't be there. She'd probably like to meet you as well. While you're at it, bring me some of your husband's famous French toast. And if you're lucky, I might give you the old Joey Janela Mud Show rub. And like he's like the irony, and she's like the irony of me coming to a fan convention. I was planning on coming to the show, but since you insist on calling someone out who's forgotten more than you know about wrestling a match, I'll be happy to stop by and say a few words. You're welcome. See you there Saturday. And then Hurricane Helms, though. But here's Hurricane Helms, who he's like, you and Joey Janela are both great talents and good people. Let's nip this in the bud, guys. You have both earned your opinions. Joey Gail has the right to not like death matches. I don't prefer them either. And Gail, there's an audience like he bid on this. He bid on a lot of people did. Sickos were going hard, and Gail was selling, and an audience for death matches, and that's the deciding factor. The fans. I don't like the Saw movies either, but there's an audience that does. It's the holiday season, guys. Can't we all just get along? So, do you think Hurricane Helms is trying to add like? Let me.
Oh no, Shane's in on the joke, dude. Shane is always in on the joke.
Okay, he's like, what's up with that? And so
I've got Shane Helms stories for days. Shane is always in on the joke.
Oh yeah, God damn it, man.
Yeah,
you have so many good stories you share on the Patreon, dude. What's a good Shane story? What's a tame Shane Helms story you think you could tell?
Well, so for years, back when I mid double aughts, the company that I worked for, Velvet Sky was one of the people that came from the same the same school as I did back when she was still Talia Madison before she got the name Velvet Sky in TNA. But her and Hurricane were dating for years.
Oh, and dude, I didn't even know that.
Oh, yeah. So Shane was always like because she lived in Waterbury, same city that we were in. And so when she would come to the show, whether she was booked or not, Shane would come with her and hang out. And I always hated it because there was a bar up the street from the venue where we ran. But I was one of the greenhorns who had to stay behind and take down the ring and load it in the truck. Meanwhile, everyone else went to the bar up the street and they're like, "Oh, were you there last night when Hurricane bought shots for everyone?" I'm like, "No, because I was taking down the fucking ring until 1:00 in the morning." And there was like one night where like he was buying everyone Italian kisses. It's a shot that's like amaretto and something else. And like trays upon trays of them, and like everyone was drinking way too many. And then like, last call, everyone's outside. Like it's like the sun might as well be coming up, and he comes rolling by in his pickup truck, and our girl Shell is sitting there, and he's like, "You doing all right?" And she's like, "I just got to figure out how the fuck I'm getting home." He's like, "Well, stand back. I don't fucking know," and he just drives off.
Oh, that's good shit. Oh man. So Gail Kim, oh man, you want more stories like that? Patreon.com/ProWrestleTime. Gail Kim Gail Kim responded to Hurricane, was like, no. She's just like, no. So they're feeding into it. Gail Kim had this to say. So this sicko pipes in, or who is this? Honey Cake Man. So is this just like a fan? And he was a very little percentage of Joey Janela's matches have been hardcore matches.
Yeah, you know why? You want them to be garbage matches. You want Janela matches to be garbage matches because when they are technical matches, that's when he fucks up and hurts people.
And then he goes, shitting on one whole wrestling style altogether is one thing. Shouting around without any knowledge is another. It's like always, if you don't know anything about a topic, don't act like an expert. See, like real sickos are coming at her. I thought that one was funny. And then this response, Rebel Kelly. And it's, look at this guy. His name's Rebel Kelly, follows me. And he's got, his picture is blue sky or sky blue. And her face is just like Freddy Cougar bloody.
Yep.
And then he says, he's still a murderer, bro. Like, whoa, man. Maybe that's a joke. Okay, maybe that's a joke, but it's like, damn, man, because that's over Sabu, obviously.
Yeah.
And like, he didn't murder Sabu. That's crazy. But she had to really argue with sickos and shit. GCW. So GCW tweeted out, GCW fans, let's make sure we give Gail Kim a warm welcome. So are the fans in on it? Like, are there sickos who are going to take it too far and hurl something at her? Or are they going to just be like booing her and they're trying to put the heel heat on her?
I think she was getting the babyface pop when Janela got mouthy with her in the ring. So I think that was the plan. Yeah.
Speaking of babyface pop, man, Javon Evans, goddamn.
Yep.
And here is the video. So Gail Kim did not hold back. So we're time copping it, okay? And here was her segment, I guess, her promo in the ring.
All your fault. Because you cheer for this crap. You encourage the wrestlers. You think that is actually entertaining.
Are they chanting we? Are they chanting we want a glass?
Tells me the standard.
Listen to her rebuttal to we want glass. How about this too? People talking shit. Think about all these sickos who talk shit on Gail Kim. Her promos like ace. You know, it's just money, like better than fucking 90% of women in wrestling right now.
That actually tells me the standard of professional wrestling that you actually think is really good. And it actually shows me just how dumb you truly are. As for me, I know you're dumb. Yes, I'm glad you're chanting it.
What did she chant? What are they chanting? We fucked up or what?
No, we are dumb.
Oh, we are dumb.
They're chanting, we are dumb. And she's like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's awesome.
For proving my point. As for me, guys, I built my legacy on wrestling.
Yeah, she's winning them over because this is just the proof in the pudding. Like, this is what a promo will do. It'll get the whole fucking crowd. Like, you could just, I don't know. She's just old school. I just love it. I've always been such a big Gail Kim fan. And one of the most gangsterous things ever is just like, well, leaving a battle royal or whatever. Just fuck this somehow. Like, I think that's hilarious. I think it's funny that Punk just like walked out of WWE and Stone Cold took his ball and went home. People make fun of that shit. I think it's funny. And I think it's like, you need guys like that. Not everyone can fall in line, bro. You need people like that who are just willing to be like, you know what? Fuck you. You know what I mean? So I've always loved Gail Kim. And this is awesome that she won the crowd over, won the GCW sickos over.
And
who wins in a fight? GCW sickos or AEW sickos?
GCW.
Oh, why GCW?
Just because there's normal people that go to those shows. They're not all basement goblins.
Normal people. People like this, JJ, speaking of normal people.
I'm not saying all normal people.
Here's a post from AW Neckbeards.
What are you talking about? You? I was trying to talk to you about money.
I love how everyone has an NWO parody shirt. Everyone, that's like the most played out merch idea ever. Right?
I've been complaining about that for 8 fucking years. I'm like, stop doing knockoff NWO and fucking knockoff ECW shit. No one fucking likes it.
What are you talking about?
At the wall. Damn, there's babies in this place, so they're working a little shoot there. Yeah. Speaking of working a shoot, I tweeted this out. Sometimes I forget, like I'll tweet something and then all of a sudden I look and it's like 163 likes.
Fucking shirt. Oh
yeah, and like I'm like, oh yeah, I literally forgot that I even tweeted this. It was such a brain fart. I must have just woke up. You know, I was like doing like wiping the cold out my eyes, about to get in the shower or something. Like I have no idea. I forgot I even tweeted this. The virginity is palpable, is what I tweeted.
Yep.
But look at this. Shirt of the year. AEW greater than WWE. Listen, if the shirt was reversed and it was like greater, I would have the same comment.
Yeah.
But this was funny. And this account is like AIR Gold's burner or some shit. Everybody's realized they have the same tweets, or maybe not AIR Gold, but they're all just redacted fucking bots. So who gives a shit? Moving along here, we have more sickos. I think we have a response. Yeah, here's a response video. I don't know if this is AI or a real video, but here's what someone
went over, called it.
Yeah, you did.
Right down the middle.
JJ's on point with the booking. I said it on your show. It's like you should try booking wrestling sometime or something, dude.
Yeah, it's like you're doing it.
And I told you, hey, I called this one. Mark Briscoe was going to bleed, and everyone was going to bleed. I called that one too, just so everybody knows.
You did.
Yeah.
And goodbye.
So this is pretty cringe too. I'm not gonna lie. So moving along, Elbu of Selfmade, and he tweets Tony Khan, and Tony Khan is like, so basically what had happened was there was this TNA fan, and he goes to all the TNA shows, and they're starting to go live, and they're taking that more seriously, and he's known for spoiling shit, and they kicked him out, and it was shocking to him. But again, Phil don't miss with this shit. I told you guys, this is why they did the shock with Kazarian and Santana. It's because they are about to do a live show every goddamn Thursday. I fucking told you guys this a long ass time ago, okay? People get mad at me for it. Sorry, I'm just letting you know what's going on. What happened was this fan got booted out, and he was all shocked by it, and people are like, well, he posts shit all the time. Yeah, but they're about to, like, they can't have live spoilers and all. It's like they're getting ready to announce a fucking TV deal, and they're likely going to be live, okay? Yeah. So what happened here is this guy gets kicked out, blah, blah, blah. Elbu pipes in with his, and we haven't really been talking about Elbu much on the show. He's been staying quiet, and I don't really care as much. You know, it's just so like inconsequential. Who cares? But he's starting to suck up to Meltzer, and he's doing Meltzer speak. And Elbu goes, speaking from personal experience, I've been to every single Northeast show AEW has ever ran, and they've been super cool. Sorry, I'm leaving out this part. Tony Khan retweeted this fucking guy. And went, you're welcome at any AEW show that you ever want to come to. So Elbu's like, I've been to every AEW show, and they've been super cool to me each time. Oh, really? Like that time Tony Khan didn't shake your hand? And then he says they never get weird about comps. Yeah, because they need as many people as they can in there, dude. Signs. Yes, they were just confiscating hangman signs.
Yep.
They were just confiscating ice signs and hangman signs and shit.
Yeah.
So you're lying. Posting about things from upcoming tapings. Yeah, they don't care because they need all the attention they can get, and they leak to the dirt sheets. This is why as soon as Nixon Newell hits the bar after the fucking TV or in the middle of the TV because she's not being used, there's already dirt sheet fucking articles coming out about her and her fucking wife. These guys run and leak that shit right away. So, yes, they love to leak to the dirt sheets, taking pictures or things like that. Yeah, we all saw the one where Tony didn't dap you up, cuz. And other places absolutely do. And other places absolutely do. What do you mean? Like at WWE, where you literally write fucking 2-paragraph long cope letters about how Triple H has internalized racism, and if you're a fucking WWE fan, you're an internalized racist? Shut the fuck up, Ellen.
That is a industrial Krispy Kreme level of glaze right there.
Yes. So Sap had, speaking in this Nixon Newell, Sap had this to say. Nixon Newell says on her Twitch stream that she got at least 3 death threats this weekend over AEW situation. This is how long the sicko segment's been backed up. She got 3 deletion threats over the AEW situation. And then Sap says, if you're doing this, reevaluate your life and approach.
Sap was probably one of them.
And so Yeah, dude. I mean, people went mental on her, on Gail Kim, or not just Nixon Newell, but I'm sure Miranda Alizé as well. I kept forgetting her name for like 3 weeks. Now I got it, folks.
Yeah.
And they have a ladder in the middle of this match that isn't a ladder match for some reason. Anyways, so here is a point of view, a sicko point of view, sicko cam point of view. You went to watch Jeff Hardy versus John Cena in the front row, and some random dude jumped into the ring. Now, we all saw the Raja Jackson incident take place. I talked to you about it extensively. Now, in your experience, have you ever been there when someone's hit the ring, like a fan, and how should a fan hitting the ring be handled if it happens?
So I have never been a spectator at a larger event where it has happened. I have worked on shows where there's been fans who have tried to get in the ring. And that's when you have to make sure you have top-notch security who are there, that are there, who are willing to make sure the situation is diffused as quickly as possible with little physical altercation. That's why like companies like Atlas Security will always be in business, because they know what the hell they're doing. But yeah, it's basically like you have to have people like, especially like where the ring is, you have to make sure there's security in every corner to make sure you see someone trying to jump the barricade so you can stop them right away.
Do you think it's a fair criticism to say, like, okay, you know, in the day and age of WWE now, where like the idea of being live is, oh, anything can happen. And then it's like, now it's kind of safe. And we all know, like, no one's really trying to hit the ring on either of these shows we're watching right now, even though there's a guy getting fucking maimed with a screwdriver in Minecraft. When Seth Rollins gets speared by that guy and taken down, with security just like laying on their hands, like, oh, it's wrestling, whatever, it's all good. Like, or what's going on?
They weren't expecting a guy to jump there. Usually when people try to jump the barricade,
it's near the tackled in the middle of his Hall of Fame speech. You know what I mean? It's like, how did that was a big
That happened because of the fact of that was the first year that they decided to just have the Hall of Fame be set up in the ring, and they took down the barricade around the ring, not realizing that it's like, oh, hey, maybe we should keep this up, which is why it's been up in subsequent years. But the guy that jumped Seth, he did it over near the Tron, which was way back there. So security was still trying to make sure there was no one trying to get in the ring. They weren't looking at way back there, which is why the dude jumped out, and they were like, shit, and had to go get him. They were too busy paying attention to the wrong area.
Well, here's the guy hitting the ring, and obviously they're paying attention to the wrong goddamn area. This is a dark match, or maybe a real Raw. Raw's up there, so maybe this was on TV. I forget. And by the way, this is way more entertaining than what's going on Full Gear. Like, I'm just over Full Gear at this point. Triple A's crushing it right now. The crowd's
the clowns are all making their entrances on AAA. Yeah. The problem with that dude is dressed like a ref, so he was able to slip by real quick because you're not paying attention to a dude in a ref shirt.
Here we go, the clowns. This is the town where the clowns hold it down, baby. Here we go. So here's motherfuckers. Mike Gilbert says TNA got hit by the turnstile monster. I'll be accepting apologies from all the TNA sickos that attacked when I said that BFG number wasn't real. Here's the problem, and me and Switchblade, we're 100% cool, and Switchblade is like the main guy that can prove. Well, I always say prove. I give him so much credit. I'm gonna stop being like, oh, because he's just like a guy tweeting shit. Listen, Switchblade will drop facts, and he's the one who is like, yo, he gets hate for it, but he's like, yeah, like they papered this house a little bit, like 1,000 some tickets, whatever the fuck he said, right? And we cover it here on the show. We got to be fair, and I've broken it down. Let's say you're doing WrestleMania, 2 nights WrestleMania, and 5,000 tickets get comped over the weekend. That's not an L. Let's say you're AEW doing a show where you announce the attendance is 25,000, but really it's like 18,000. That's a fucking L if it's that many comps.
Yeah.
If you're TNA and you do a show that is your biggest show of the year, it's like your WrestleMania, and you sell fucking 7,000 plus tickets, and then they announce like 8,000 people are in attendance. That's not really an L. That's not that big of an L. But at the same time,
Holy
like
shit.
that is a lot of comps. You know what I'm saying?
They actually put this damn belt on Mark Briscoe.
Yeah, I think they're gonna move Fletcher on to like going after Hangman and shit, or like Joe or whoever wins tonight. Because Fletcher, man, I'm for it, dude. Because Fletcher, much like Mecha Wolf, by the way, but Fletcher fucking rules. Fletcher is their one guy that they haven't booked like shit. Like honestly, this L doesn't hurt him at all, and it's kind of good for Mark.
No, but
Briscoe.
they're gonna try to flip him babyface. Watch.
Hopefully not. I thought he'd still be a heel.
They're gonna have Don Callis fucking kick him out of the family now.
No. I feel like Hangman's gonna win tonight, and then Fletcher's gonna challenge him again because he challenged him on short notice before, and that's how Tony Khan kind of does shit. And like Fletcher is all good, and I could see him being the guy who beats Hangman. Honestly, man, I could see them pulling the trigger on him. I would do it too, because man, you want like Fletcher and MJF and like these homegrown stars, dude. That's what I was saying earlier in my predictions. You want like Sky Blue and these and Julia Hart and these type of folk to get pushed. You know what I'm saying? But listen, Mike Gilbert was talking about the TNA numbers and how they were fabricated, and then there's just sickos like WrestleNomics said that Bound for Glory, the numbers are fat. And then AEW said, remember all the TNA beat Wrestle Dream. And then Mike Gilbert responds, and he just buried TNA. This is what's funny. Mike Gilbert, he buries TNA. He goes, TNA got hit by the Turnstile Monster. I'll be accepting apologies from all the TNA sickos. They're called TNA holes that attacked when I said the BFG number wasn't real. I will also be accepting compliments about my hairline and age. So he's being funny, joking. And then this guy, this AEW Shield, you could not slob a cock harder than this.
I hate that son of a bitch so much.
And he goes, remember all the TNA beat Wrestle Dream? And then even Mike Gilbert goes, they still may have. When someone sent me these screen grabs, I fucking died.
Yep.
I died laughing.
Yeah, it's and that's the thing is, so the whole thing with the TNA attendance that they announced, when they announced the attendance, that's all of the tickets sold plus the staff in the building and all that stuff. Like they do the same thing for every Mania. It's not only the people that bought the tickets, but all of the staff that are on hand.
So speaking of staff on hand, man, Vince Russo, he says, you seriously have to start asking yourself this question, bro. It's like, has there ever been a bigger egomaniac besides me in the history of professional wrestling, bro, than Triple H? Bro, I invented Stone. Let me tell you about inventing The Rock and Generation X, bro. I'll wait. Paul Levesque, I'm calling you out along with the rest of the marks, bro. He just gets owned here by Julian Weeks, who posted Vince Russo, who says, has there ever been a bigger egomaniac? Vince Russo is the world heavyweight champion in a neck brace. This is like almost as bad as Tony Khan. This is like This is worse than Tony Khan. He was not only in a neck brace on TV, but he was he had the world title. What the fuck? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. He has like this bitter thing. Vince Russo and Jonathan Coachman, some of these guys have this, and like Maven, they have this bitterness towards WWE. I get it. It's cringe. Yep. What do you think of Vince Russo? I'm all cool with Vince, by the way, and like Jeff Lane. Shout out Jeff Lane and shit. I'm all cool with you guys, but like I gotta call it. I don't care for
Russo. I don't care for Russo, and I wish he was not involved with JCW right now.
So here was the chat during Tony Khan's interview. Here were the sickos. Boris, shit, ding, great, 118, can't keep up. So they were at 118 dings.
Dude, he said great 8 times in the first 45 seconds.
And then, great, brother, end this. No value in your belts when you make so many. Longest interview ever. 124 heard. Mm-hmm. This is great. So this is just people like a random screen grab, 5.4K watching, a random screen grab of the chat. just talking mad shit for Meltzer Says What, just making fun of Tony Khan. So I get it. Like from a carny perspective or a casual perspective, it's like, okay, this is a professional guy doing a professional interview, whatever. But if you're engulfed in the pro wrestling community, you're like, he was so ridiculous. He was riddled with lies, which is fine. But he was just such an idiot throughout this whole thing. And a lot of wrestling fans people like David Podan and Dill Doe called him out on his bullshit. So that's a great name, Dill Doe. That's funny.
Yeah.
So we talked about Sap earlier, and he got into an argument, I guess, with someone who this MCU doot or something on X, who I think is cringe as fuck, but whatever. SRS goes, "Hey, I never left and cited mental health." And then Sap says, "I almost died and can barely sleep for a number of days and wasn't in a place to work for checks notes 2 days. Go fuck yourself, you weird little twerp. I'll tag 6-1." So then look, he tags his burner though and goes, "I'll tag 616 history just to make sure your dweeb ass sees this too." Sap's out here bullying sickos.
Yep.
And then this guy goes, "This is a legitimate lie. We have seen him do this multiple times, but glad he was gotten to over his manipulative strategies." Praying emoji. Sicko Wars. So Mickey James had this to say: "Wrestling, the only form of entertainment where the stars come on social media to argue with the fans about the business. Wild." And then hashtag we're all marks here. We're all Phil S.
She's right
here. She is right. We're all marks. Nobody's bigger marks for themselves than the boys, man. And I'm sure you know that, and I'm sure you might take a little offense to that, but it's the truth, bro. It's the truth.
It's true.
So this was posted from @Is This Wrestling? And he says, "This was a weird day at the arena. And so I want to know, like, what happens if this happens? Some fan crosses the boundary here. Splashes water all over Bolton. And then he spit at her, or like spit gum at her. So do you know? Just let me break this down quickly though. She splashes water. You shouldn't do that if you're her. But if you're the wrestler healing at an indie like this, just take that. That's great heat. And then when you flick the water back at her, perfectly, just like Scott Hall would have did some shit like that. But then you spit or snot rocket it or spit a piece of gum at her or something. It was like, what are you doing?
I think he spit the water. I think he got some of the water in his mouth and just spit the water back at her.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the move, though. Like, that was perfect. And then he, spit at her. And that's where it's like, okay.
Well, you see,
and then he tries to run away.
That's really shitty indie security right there. You can't.
I know. Oh, no. And he's behind the barricade hiding. Like, bro, go and pull her back.
Right.
But at the same time, that's fucked to do. Like, for sure, that's fucked to spit at her after that. I feel like that was just but also it's not like I hawked a loogie at her. I was just spitting the water at her.
Yeah.
I get
that's a fine line because I was guilty of that once.
Oh shit, dude. What did you do? Did you spit at someone
Yes.
Did you? Oh my God, what happened?
They were getting ejected from the building when I did it.
Explain it. It's an indie show or like a trainer show, like you're a trainees or what's going on?
What was I doing on that show? I was just ring announcing, but it was the very end of the show.
You were ring announcing and you spit at someone. Oh my God.
I was a heel ring announcer, dude.
Let's go.
That was the beautiful thing about our company was
how the fuck are you the ring announcer? You spit at somebody. Explain this to me.
So there was a whole story leading up. This was my character in the story was I was the evil commissioner that got fired from the company, and the only way I could get rehired was to start from the ground up. So then I had to start all over again as a ring announcer. I was a heel ring announcer for 3 months. So what happened was it was someone that I knew. It's not it wasn't some rando. It was someone who I legitimately knew outside of the business.
And
they were being an ass at the end of the show and basically started hyping up a rival company. And we were like, yeah, no, that's it. You're fucking out, dude. And so we were getting to get him out, and he just turns and he like tries to pie face me, and I went to act like a fake spit, and I kind of didn't realize that I had a lot of stuff in my mouth, so I legit spit on him. And then of course the message boards were all pissed off that I went too far.
Oh my god.
So look, dude, he throws her ass to the ground. What do you think about this?
I mean, so I personally wouldn't, but then again, she shouldn't have fucking jumped the barricade and gone into the back. Like, she's out of control.
I think, like, let's say a fan hits the ice on a hockey game, or a fan hits the field at a football game, or the fan hits the ring at a wrestling show. You're live, buddy. Like, what they'll take you the fuck out, and that's just what you have coming. Like, you accepted that by running out there. I think that we all can agree to that. Imagine you're in the middle of a fucking boxing fight or a UFC fight. You hit the cage. Someone's going to punch you in the fucking face, man. You got to be ready for that. Like, or even like a musician. Like, let's say fucking Jelly Roll's performing. Someone hits the stage. He fucking socks him in the I wouldn't blame him. You don't know who the fuck's it. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know what they have in their hand or their pocket. And then this guy just selling. Selling. Who's laying there? Oh man. So a story in two parts from Triple H's thoughts. So here's this person, Larissa, saying sources in WWE have said that Paul Heyman refuses to work with Carmelo Hayes. Couldn't even look at him in the eyes during the meeting in creative, and Heyman pitched Logan Paul to be a part of the vision instead. Man, this fat pig really is racialist. Okay, fuck you. First off, Heyman is not racialist. And then Carmelo Hayes directly responds and says, I don't know what you were trying to accomplish with this bullshit post. This couldn't be further from the truth. Damn. Good thing he said something. And then, it was deleted right after, because it's just people making shit up on Twitter and like, no way.
No, Heyman knew. I can tell you from inside that Carmelo is not only Sean's boy, but Carmelo is loved by many, many people there, because the kid is money. The kid is super humble. The kid listens. The kid is super nice.
Speaking of kids being real nice, here's a guy selling WWE and AEW tickets. Now this is AI. This is our friend Justin Wilson.
Yeah, that's a Sora video.
Yeah, he posted a Halloween video that I got worked by until they showed like this lady hold out a candy bar, and it was just like Choco Chunk or something, and I was like, oh, that's not a real candy bar, and I got worked by the AI for real, dude. I didn't know, and so here's our guy here, Justin Wilson, Justin Bowtie on X. Check him out. Here's an AI video from Sora or whatever. And it's him selling WWE tickets versus selling AEW tickets.
One ticket left. WWE live tonight. $2,000. Who wants it? Cash
only.
You
can see the Sora mark.
Right here. First cash in my hand gets in, y'all. Make it quick. Let me see it. Cash. No AEW ticket. Got one left. $5 right here. Nah.
We'd rather watch WWE.
Keep it, man. $5 front row. Ooh. Get out of here.
Seriously, y'all wild. It's a good.
One ticket.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It seems like I don't know if he just really hates AEW or what's going on, but yeah, it's funny. It's just funny that he does shit like that. I mean, it's obviously AI, it's fake. People get triggered by like, oh, you just hate on AEW or whatever the fuck. I don't know. It's funny that he just makes these AI videos. It's definitely belongs in the sicko segment. Speaking of sickos, oh, come on now, Eric. That's not very fair. Oh, come on now. Chat me up about saving money on your mortgage this holiday season.
What? December 20th, riots versus cons.
Conrad has this to say. So this guy calls Conrad out for his grift, right? And he says,
because he's a grifter.
So Conrad says, Rob, 50-year mortgages don't even exist yet. In your solution to rent forever, love to see your long-term data on that. Chat me up about Eric Bischoff. Because this guy called him out and says, people get financial advice from this guy. Do not take out a 50-year mortgage. And then Time to Make Donuts says, paying interest for 50 years doesn't sound like a better plan than renting forever. Why isn't making homes more affordable an option? And then Conrad says, well, I'll tell you that he says, "Oh, come on now, Eric. That's not very fair. A healthy mortgage, a healthy 50-year mortgage.
Oh, come on now, Eric."
He says, "Okay, I'll buy it." Chat me up about how is renting better exactly. Rent goes up every cycle, often yearly. At 50-year loan payment remains the same. Imagine if someone in 2025 was paying 1975 rental date rates. Wouldn't we all want to sign up for that? So this is that, except at the end, you'll own it. Now your turn at savewithconrad.com. So he just got into a sicko argument about 50-year mortgages. And then Jim Cornette goes, "Christ on a cracker. It's come to this under Schittler. Rent something until you're 87 years old or pay on it until you're 87. You're going to be broke, motherfucker, either way of your life. Got any regular mortgages in a sane non-Trump location with wealth care and non-Gestapo? And James
non-Gestapo. Fuck you, bye.
Gestapo.
So what's your take on this back and forth here, I guess, between Jim Cornette and Conrad the mortgage guy?
I mean, Jim's absolutely right. And Conrad's always been a grifter. I've talked to people who have said, like, yeah, the reason the Thompsons have money is because they fucked so many people out of their fucking houses through eminent domain. And that's how they made all their money down there in Alabama. And they're trash and no one fucking likes them. And now he's on to grifting people like this. And anybody who tries to do that, say with Conrad shit, like, buyer beware. Like, literally, when me and my wife were looking for a mortgage, before we bought our house 5 years ago, right? Literally, we were house hunting for 2 years before we found our house. For the fuck of it, I said, call and see whatever. She calls in late 2018. By the time we got a call back from his company about trying to set us up with a mortgage, we had already been living in our house for 6 months. So you're talking like almost 2 years before they actually returned a voicemail. And that's that's just our experience. But yeah, no, well, there are programs for first-time home buyers and credits and all that stuff, and that's great. There are plenty of things in the American system to do that. Unfortunately, Conrad does not offer you what you're looking for. Conrad goes for the cheap nift and grift so he can get his nut, and then he doesn't care because he signed you up for a variable mortgage rate, which is worse than rent increasing every year, because that's how the housing bubble burst here in the U.S. in 2008, was because of shit like Conrad.
Well, if you head to the chat me up, JJ, about a promo, if you head down to the description and use the affiliate link below, you save yourself, well, you don't save nothing, but you just hook PWT and Phil Marks the fuck up. Chat me up. Oh, come on. That's not very fair that we have a healthy PWT WWE shop affiliate link, a Fanatics experience. You chat me up about saving a good deal, but it's not really a deal. Get yourself some AAA merch. Oh man, I've been drinking for like a long time tonight. Okay, so WheezyBlonde. Dun, 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 dun. So WheezyBlonde infamously got she would make TikToks and shit about a bunch of different sports and things and never blew up. But then one of her wrestling TikToks or whatever blew up. So now she's like a wrestling influencer. Some people hate on her for this.
Of course.
She had a take here though that went semi-viral, I guess, mediocre viral, about as viral as I go, even though she's got, let's look at the followers. 35,000, you fucking simps. I have 3,000.
You right the fuck.
We get the same likes. We get the same likes and impressions when we're cooking. What's going on, simps? No, just kidding. Shout out WheezyBlonde, though. I'm not even hating. But she posted this video roasting sickos and wackos for being mad about SmackDown going back to 3 hours. She got a bunch of hate about like one of her tweets or something.
Like SmackDown is going back to 3 hours after the first of the year. The reason that I don't want it to go back to 3 hours is because I wake up early and I do things, okay? So an extra hour of being on stream is a little torturous. It has nothing to do with those storylines are not good.
What?
Then don't do it. End of story.
The writing's not
You're right. Yeah, that's it.
gonna get better. I'm gonna hop on this engagement train because apparently everybody else does. Is it really that serious? The ratings are the lowest they've ever been. Is an extra hour gonna make it better? But and I understand the positives. There's an extra hour that could possibly mean more time for more stories. It could mean more women's wrestling. There are a lot of things that could come from a third hour. However, we tried the 3-hour thing, and really it didn't make that big of a difference. It's almost like, and I've seen a lot of people being like, I never wanted it to go back to 2 hours. It suffered at 2 hours. Bitch, it was 2 hours for over 10 years, wasn't it? The peak of the Bloodline story was in 2 hours. You had some of the best wrestling and storylines in 2024 when the shit was 2 hours. Don't sit there and tell me that you need an extra hour in order for it to be better. No, you don't. I don't actually think it's that bad. I think you guys just want to bitch about stuff, and it's annoying. That's all.
I mean, she's not wrong. She's not wrong, right?
She's not wrong. However, one, I cannot stand anybody that says the word comma when they're pausing. I hate that trend, and it needs to fucking die already. Number two,
is that a trend saying comma?
Yeah, like she was. However, comma.
Someone in chat's like, why aren't you guys watching Full Gear? Instead, you're gossiping about a girl, bro. I have Full Gear.
I have Full Gear here.
I
have Full Gear here.
Hey, we have them both on
over here.
Yeah, you're just redacted, bro. Listen, we're
like, hey, honey.
Yeah. We're cooking right now, like WheezyBlonde's cooking right now, bro. Right. Just chill, enjoy the show.
Right, we're cooking.
But yeah, what were you saying, JJ? What were you saying?
Yeah. So yeah, I hate that trend of saying the word comma. Number two, you can tell she had ChatGPT write that rant for her before she said it. Number three, you could carve a roast with her chin.
She didn't.
That was an absolutely a ChatGPT thing, dude. I'm telling you right now, she could not come up with all that on her own. She had ChatGPT write her a rant. And number three, I am not a proponent of DV, but I would gladly like to see my wife punch that bitch in the face, because that would be hilarious.
With who? Punch
my
who?
Wife. I want to punch her in the face.
Punch WheezyBlonde?
Yes.
Why?
Because
Why?
She's literally on the engagement train for clicks. She even said it. No, fuck you. I have no respect for anyone like that. Like, fuck you, bitch.
Everybody's trying to get clicks. Bro, everybody's trying to get clicks. That's not worthy of being punched in the face. Everybody's trying to get clicks in 2025. Why are we doing this?
Everybody's got an answer until they get punched in the face. Why am I doing this? Because I've been doing this since fucking 2007, back when it was still called internet radio, because I have something to say. I actually have content. I don't use ChatGPT to come up with what I'm talking about.
Okay, you're adamant on the ChatGPT. I dig what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to put together a show and like be able to rant for hours and fucking have hot takes and like be entertaining and shit. I get it. It's easy to be like a fucking girl and just say shit about wrestling and have a bunch of fucking sickos simp out over you. I get it. I get why that's the fucking, the notion. But speaking of people simping out hard, dude, Liv Morgan Stalker reached out to Devon Dudley before the break-in attempt.
Oh my God.
So this is actually crazy. This has been an awesome fucking live show. So, Devon says this one guy hit me up. He basically was asking me, hey, Devon, can you help me meet Liv Morgan? I really want to meet Liv Morgan. I go, okay, number one, I don't do that. You have to go through the proper personnel. But other than that, no, I cannot do that. I'm sorry. Why would you even respond to him? And then he proceeds to get mad. That's fucked up. You don't care that me and Liv are going to get married one day. I go, bro, please tell me you're joking. Why would you even respond to him, Devon? He goes, no, I'm not joking. Liv is my soulmate, and she just doesn't know it yet. Devon and I said I had to look at myself in the mirror. I said, Devon, you are out of your mind going back and forth with this idiot. End this conversation now. And I just blocked him. I showed the picture to Liv, and Liv was like, oh, yeah, I know him. He's been bothering me, stalking me for a long time now. Damn. So that's courtesy of the Duke and Devon show or whatever. So, dude, that's crazy that he was like reaching out to other wrestlers.
How did he get his info in the first place? Like, was he like in his DMs on Twitter, or like did he actually have his fucking like phone number? That's what I'm worried about.
Because my shit's set up like if we follow each other, we can DM.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. So on the Rule Breakers podcast, talking about her stalker, Saraya FKA Page says it's not okay to follow me like wherever I go. It's not okay. There should be a line. Yes, you can be a fan, but you should make us feel safe in the process. There was a video recently that was on TikTok of someone following me from my gate. They bought a ticket to get past security to film me coming off the plane from a distance. That makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm cool. I will take a picture with anybody, but do not do it where you're making me feel unsafe. That makes me feel unsafe. Now, JJ, my take on this is like, yes, wrestlers, this is the life you signed up for, the life of celebrity and fame, right? It's the life you signed up for. But at the same time, celebrities are way more accessible now than they've ever been before. Do you know what I mean? Like, we see them tweet all day. We know what they're eating. We know their fits. We know what they fucking... So, like, back in the day, you couldn't just run up on her. Like, you wouldn't know where Brad Pitt is. But now, because it's all about the social media game, people are, like, pulling up to where people are having lunch and shit. You know? Is that fucked up? I think that's crazy.
It is fucked up. But and it's also... It's weird because wrestling fans are way worse about it than like other fans.
Yeah, like a Brad Pitt fan just wants to blow him. The guy, the sicko showing up to Saraya to watch her at the airport, like probably has fucking tape and rope in his trunk, you know?
Right. Well, plus like it's so I've talked about this a lot with people. They're like. And this is why like wrestling transcends it no matter where it is, which is why what gives wrestling fans a bad name among 1,000 other things. But when it comes to like celebrities, like there are two different completely worlds with like East Coast and West Coast, because like West Coast people are in LA and they're like, oh my God, celebrities. And they have to like follow them everywhere. New York, there's celebrities that live in New York that you see on the street and everyone's like, yeah, whatever. They're there. Like they don't get swarmed. Like, it's a completely different mentality. But with wrestling, like it doesn't matter where you are, the fans are like, oh my God, girl. And yeah, it's just
oh man. So you know, when it comes to CM Punk and AJ Lee, they got fucking followed by a sicko like at their hotels and shit. And they were pissed about it and they put them on blast. Let's head over to Ringside News, which all of these stories are courtesy of. Oh, they removed the videos from TikTok. As you guys, if you're watching, if you're just listening, unfortunately, we have one of the videos, but here's this guy posted like Bailey and Roxanne.
Oh, look, the Young Bucks won. My surprise face.
So he's just like watching wrestlers at their hotel. A bunch of these videos got pulled, whatever. He's a creepy fuck. And like they got AJ Lee, put them on blast and whatnot. AJ Lee targeted with deranged ice threats as well. Ice threats, bro. Like ice, like you're gonna get deported because her last name's Mendez or what?
Yeah.
So AJ Lee calls out wrestling fan that posted an altered video of them kissing. So this all happened within a few days. So check this out.
This happened.
Ice threat.
Yeah, the altered video, the altered picture and video, that was at the same event that my buddy was at with Jake and Jacques and all them the day before the show I was at.
And you were with Jacques.
It was the same event.
Right, and you were with Jacques and Killer Cross and all them at that event. The wrestling, what is it again?
Wrestling with Character Live.
Wrestling with Character Live. There you go.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, dude. This is craziness. So someone puts this tag out, like tags Donald Trump. Donald Trump, sir, the illegal AJ Mendez. The illegal came out in public and then tagged Sec Noam at IceGov. Did nothing. What
Secretary Christy Noam.
What are you paying these people for if they're not going to do their job and get rid of violent illegals? And then him and AJ Mendez are probably the biggest disappointments to me. It's my fault for ever believing in them, I know. Okay, maybe if this is just like a sicko making jokes, but like it's not really funny though. I gotta be honest. Like it's just not funny.
Yeah.
The company you work for supports this. You were complicit. Yeah, like one satirical, ignorant based comedic tweet could be funny, but like just he had like multiple follow-ups.
Yeah.
Being like, oh, AJ Lee, deport her. It's like you're just redacted, bro. Like that's craziness. Yeah, like I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you. So again, just deranged people obsessed with AJ and CM Punk. And then,
meanwhile, the fucking Young Bucks just flipped babyface again.
Right. All right. Well, I called that earlier. I've been spot on tonight. AEW's too predictable. But AJ Lee calls out a wrestling fan that posted an altered video of them kissing. Now, hopefully they didn't get all of these DMCA strikes. Hopefully it's not DMCA striked everywhere. But this sicko put up a video here. I got the link. This guy, 35 or 3 days ago, 35K views. So what did he do?
Yep.
Like So first off, let's look at this guy clearly on the spectrum.
Oh no, dude. There's a whole story, dude. Like there's so much more than just this dude in this picture. I just read you this. So this comes from one of the people that was working the event. Because I got this because the big event came out and spoke about the dude putting out the altered content and how basically he's banned for life, and anybody that tries this shit in the future will be banned for life.
Okay. Yeah, I got that. I have that statement as well. Right. But yeah, go ahead.
One of the staffers, there was more to it than just him doing that. So this comes from one of the staffers. They said 3 hours of waiting in line for AJ. This guy and his mother tried cutting the line for AJ Lee's autographs after he went in for the pro photo. They came up and asked me, the security person, what the line was for, and then stood there for 5 minutes. I asked them if they checked in and got a card saying what they were doing. They had no clue. I politely told them to go check in and get to the back of the line. It triggered his mother to start telling me they were in line, they're waiting. They eventually walked off to check in. They came back with a different security guard. His mother was lying to that guard to cut in line behind someone that when there were still 100 to 200 people waiting there. After the entire portion of the people there got loud and called them both liars and that they were both full of shit and trying to cut everyone that waited hours, she started cursing out the first guy, and then the others in line also told security that they were lying, and they were never in line to begin with. They were brought to the back of the line. They should have been kicked out right then and there. So they caused a whole big fucking scene way before he got that photo.
And then AJ Lee's there the whole time while this is happening?
Yeah. And there's apparently
so he gets to the front of the line because she looks uncomfortable right here. Now, can I ask you a question? The kiss on the cheek, is that part AI or is that?
Yeah, that one's AI. That's AI. He took this was the only
cheeks AI, and then obviously the one on the lips, but the on the cheek was AI too.
Yes, it was.
Okay, I assumed as much, but I just wanted to, because you seem to be dialed in on this actual situation.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play the video, and I'm going to say why. Well, I mean, I'll just play that. She's like, I feel like I got SA'd from it or whatever. I don't know. Like that might, I mean, I can understand that. Listen, man, there's going to be there's AI pornography of like Taylor Swift and shit. I totally feel for women who are like, that's a violation of my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, I don't want to like play it and like fucking, that's all, but you guys get it,
so this 35-year-old dude was there with his mom, so that should say everything.
Exactly. That should say everything, and it does, and so does this drop, and that was everybody's least favorite segment in the IWC, and it is called the